Do you know what I mean? I have no idea. What is carried on? There we go. Hello, Elizabeth. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in, Mr. Angela. Good to see you too. How you doing? I'm very good, thank you. I'm just taking it easy. Went to the gym this morning. Did my steps for the day. It's supposed to be snowing tonight, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep up the 10,000 steps a day. So we'll have to see. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think it'll be that bad. It tends to not be that bad. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd just check in on everyone, see how you're all doing, and I hope you're all doing well. Do any of you have any, or any of you New Year's resolutioners, or you woke up for a sip of cranberry drink? Oh, it's very early, isn't it? There, but you're what, 8 hours behind? Because it's 1:15 in the afternoon here. So yeah, and I'll be back to doing my normal lives soon enough. I'm not sure if it'll be any rosy things, but we'll see how it goes. You're doing some crocheting? Nice. Yeah, I had to get some extra layers on today because it's just so cold in the morning. Obviously, before 8 o'clock, like the sun doesn't rise until after 8 o'clock at the moment. So it's just extremely cold walking. So I have to. I put a vest on. I've got a vest underneath here. And I've got a shirt. I'll be having a nice hot bath later as well. So I've got that to look forward to. Oof, love a nice hot bath. Yeah. You waiting for a big storm? Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Thankfully, so far we've not had anything that bad. Hail and snow in the mountains. Yeah. We normally get the riverbank bursting, but we've not had that so far. So fingers crossed it doesn't happen this year. Working on a beanie hat for a friend. Oh, that sounds good. I mean, this is the kind of weather where you do need a beanie hat, to be fair, especially around here. Got myself a little hat just to you know keep the cold off my head, off my bonds. You're waiting for a bit of warmer weather as of Tuesday. It's getting much colder this week. Like we're getting into the negatives in Celsius. I mean, it was when I woke up this morning, it was -2. So yeah, we've got that kind of we got that kind of weather at the moment. Have you guys done any walking? Have you done any exercising? You got to share your bathroom with three family members. You can't remember an enjoyable bubble bath. Yeah, that's understandable. If you got a lot of people living with you, then you got to share the old facilities. You know, you've been pumping out the hats, scarves, cows, etc. You like them because they finish fast. It gives you like a sense of accomplishment as well, doesn't it? Because if you can if you can bang out those kind of things, then it just makes you feel good. Just open YouTube to see a handsome man on my screen. Welcome in, love. Good to see you. I'll tell you. How you doing, love? You all right? You'll do some walking when you get out on your errands. It'll be warmer then. Yeah, that's fair. There's something about I don't know. I do. And obviously it is very cold, but I don't mind walking around in the cold. It's especially when it's sunny. When it's sunny and it's cold, it's like it's really good weather. I think. Welcome in, Aurora. Good to see you. -23 in Ontario. You won't be walking until next week when it warms up. Well, I mean that is very cold, so I wouldn't expect you to be walking in that. You're walking more in the stores. I like to get my steps in the warm. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. That's why I do a lot of my steps. Well, recently I've been doing a lot of my steps in the gym. So, like, just like 30 minutes on the treadmill can be like 5,000 steps. So, it's a productive hobby to have. You're starting to get good at it. That's good then. Maybe you'll be able to have your own like Etsy store or something. Not that you have to monetize your hobby. You got a headache still and a bad belly. Oh, bless you, love. I've been doing. I've planned. I've been doing meal planning for a couple of days now, and I haven't strayed from the meal planning. So I'm very happy with that. I've not binged since. I've not been since New Year's Eve, I think, and I felt sick as a dog after I did it. So you saw a few moments of sunshine yesterday. It's been so dreary and rainy here. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, cold and sunny is good. Wish you had a gym or a mall to walk in, but there's nothing like that in your town. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I can't think of any other kind of like facility that would be able to give you a lot of steps to walk around in. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much back on track with my food intake now. Welcome in, Uzira. Hello. I'm back on track with my food intake now, so I'm happy with that. And I'm exercising as well, obviously. Like the exercising has remained consistent. It's just been the ups and downs of my food intake, which has been the thing that I needed to keep in check. But it all happened. High school used to have a walk the halls thing. Oh, I see. That's a shame. Thank you, Elizabeth. You're new. What's happening? Nothing's happening. Just having a chat. Make sure you like the stream as well. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Lovelocked. Good to see you. How's it going? I did really good during the holidays. Most people gained a bit. Yeah, I mean, I've tried to keep as consistent as possible, and it's worked for the most part. But I feel like there's always room for improvement. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm drinking coffee at the minute. Are you drinking tea? I have to get my act together and switch out my old walking pad with a new one I bought. That's been helpful with walking in the cold weather since I don't have excuse. Yeah, a walking pad is a great idea to have around the house, especially if you live in an area where it's very susceptible to cold weather. So I find that I can tolerate like -5, -6, but obviously, oh yeah, the cranberry juice. Sorry, yeah, I'm drinking coffee. I forgot. Sorry. Hey, cranberry juice with a tea chaser, cranberry tea. Anybody? Um, are you already finished your first cuppa? Nice, nice. I had somebody come up to me yesterday at the gym, um, asking me about my progress, and it was nice. People just coming up to me saying, "Oh, I like seeing your progress." I think you so much. I've never had whipped coffee. I don't know what that is. Any advice for a chocolate habit I picked up in 25? I never ate chocolate on a regular basis. Then I discovered little Halloween chocolate. I mean, don't cut it out straight away. That's the first thing I can say, because if you like restrict yourself straight away, you'll find that you want it even more than you did before, you know. So just like have the chocolate in moderation. You don't really need to worry about that kind of thing. So if you're having like if it's like M&Ms that you're having, just have like a small handful of them, like, or you can measure out 25, 30 grams of M&Ms, something like that, and make sure you put them, like, don't take the whole bag with you. Like, go to the kitchen, weigh them out into a bowl, then put the bag back, and then come back. Am I using your mug? I am. Cheers. Sometimes when the weather's bad, walking along the rural road can be dicey. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. You gotta be careful along the paths and that. A few pieces of chocolate are fine. Yeah. You had some matcha green tea drink yesterday. Delicious. I haven't had matcha. I haven't had like the powder. I've had green tea bags, and I've had matcha chocolate, um, which is quite nice actually. Like it's like green tea mixed with white chocolate. It was lovely. But yeah, a few pieces of chocolate every now and then is fine. But if you feel like you have no control when you have the chocolates in the house, my suggestion would be to not have them in the house. And if you want to like have some chocolate, then you have to walk to the shop to get them. So um, that's something that I do now. Is that if I want to have a bag of crisps, then I will walk a mile and a half to get a bag of crisps. And I find that, you know, sometimes you can't be asked and you think, oh, I'll just go without then. With a sweetener, I can just have green tea as is. Welcome in, Bell Pepper. Good to see you. Yeah, so I'm getting better at it. I'm using I'm using AI to help with my meal planning so that I can have something to refer back to. So that's really helpful. Hello, Lawrence. Welcome in. Good to see you. I'm good, thank you. Hello to India. You guys must be in the evening now, there. But that's not to say, I might have some setbacks every now and then, especially in like the early stages. But I find that actually having, because I never used to like meal plan really. I just used to look in the fridge and be like, I'll have this, rather than actually writing down the stuff that I want to have. So meal planning is definitely helping me. I'm not sure if I'll be able to handle meal prepping. because it's it's batch cooking food, isn't it? So that's kind of a dangerous thing for me for me to do. Maybe. Hi from Pakistan. Where am I from? I'm from the UK. So yeah, it's definitely something that I'm aware of now. Where improvising my meals probably isn't the best thing for me. I actually need to be a bit more stringent with how I organize things, but still be flexible. Like I don't want to be like I'm having this at this time and it must be that at that time. I can have some leeway with time and I can change about things. Like yesterday, I planned a meal for pork, vegetables, and potatoes, but instead I used up the chicken that I had in the fridge instead. So just changes like that make things a bit easier. I'm using up the last of my processed food during this cold snap, and the goal is to just buy whole foods. Okay, okay. Do you feel like you would do well just cutting out the processed food entirely, or do you think maybe you need like a couple of little things here and there just to sort of push you in the right direction? You're getting craving for oatmeal. I'm not a big fan of oatmeal. I don't know why. I've just never been able to like it. Crisps are your weakness. Yeah, crisps are my weakness too. I love crisps. East Indian Company in Britain, eh? The East India Trading Company in it. Cheeky bit of tea. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely crisps that do it for me. Like I think if I were to never have chocolate again, I would be fine with that. But if I try and cut the crisps out, I'm like, I really want some crisps right now. You like it for a few days, then you don't want it anymore. I think I need to actually maybe try baked oats and see how that goes. Like do a tray of baked oats with some fruit inside, maybe. Yeah, like I know now that denying myself will always lead to ruin. So I need to actually a little bit of what I fancy because it's all about moderation, really. And I'm reconnecting with that, and I'm trying to just not push myself too hard, be gentle with myself, and I found that we're only 4 days in, and I've not slipped up. And I think, 4 days is still good, so I'm not going to be like, oh, it's only 4 days. It's almost a whole week of being on track. So, I'm happy with that. Yeah, like a granola. Yeah, almost. Yeah. So bake some oats, put some like, I don't know, maybe buy a bag of frozen berries and bake them with the oats. Every day is a celebration when doing good. Yeah, exactly. You've got to celebrate those wins. UK, well, $60 billion in India. I don't know what that means. You just eat a handful of things. I get so bored trying to eat healthy. Yeah, I get it. I think, like personally, I have a fairly small pool of food to select from. I'm a very fussy eater. Even though I like quite a bit of vegetables and quite a bit of fruit, um, I do have a small selection, and sometimes it does get boring. So I do have to think of ways to be a bit creative with the small number of things that I like. I'll keep some Tim Hortons canned soup. Tim Hortons does soup and crackers on hand for times I want something easy. Zero processed food is probably not realistic. In this day and age, it's not incredibly feasible. Like there will be some kind of processing involved with a lot of the food that you buy. So you have to think that almost everything goes through some kind of processing. Even the things that you might consider being a whole food may have gone through some kind of process to make it the way it is. Your tummy's not happy with dairy foods, no cheese or yogurt or milk or butter. Oh, that's a shame. Do you think you're lactose intolerant, or does it just come and go? I make a thing of cut up bell peppers, cucumber, and other veggies. It really helped with grabbing something unhealthy to have these just ready to eat. Yeah, I think one of the things that's helped me is having the good stuff, the quote unquote good stuff, um, in full view. So if you've got like apples or something, then you keep them in sight whenever you go to the kitchen, every time. Maybe try some lactose free cheese or milk and see how that goes. Your mum's had issues with dairy since being on Manjaro. I've not heard of that as a side effect. That's an interesting one though, I wonder. So I'm still pretty like when I was on Truelist 2 years ago, I didn't really have any issue with dairy or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. It does make you wonder. I'm really happy with the planking that I'm doing. I know it's not like it's more like a personal thing for me to see how the planking's doing, and I can share that with you guys. And I think I'm doing pretty well with it now. I've got the form down pretty well. So yeah, yeah, that's true, Aurora. So like the ultra processed food. So if you think of like ultra processed food is basically anything that you can't recreate at home. So like bread is a processed food, but it's something you can create at home. And like Pringles are an ultra processed food because you can't create it at home. The ingredients that are part of Pringles, you just can't make it at home. You found some lactose free ice cream and salad dressing. Give it a go and see how it is. I've seen your shorts on your planks. Well done. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm doing a lot better, definitely. British people so happy and very humble people. English is your favourite. Oh yeah. I don't know. I think we're a bit miserable in the UK. Watching you, I've been thinking that I should start some planking. Give it a go, Mr. Ranger Lab. See how you do. Like you don't have to start off doing like 20 seconds. You can just see how it goes for like 5 seconds and just improve from that. Welcome in, Yasmin. Good to see you. I don't swim, no. My gym doesn't have a pool. You eat mostly Asian foods, meat and vegetables. Okay. So mostly what, a lot of beef, a lot of pork, that kind of stuff. There's one I haven't had it in a long time, and it's pak choy. It's yeah, I used to have pak choy a lot, but it used to give me like a tummy upset. I don't know why. I think if you don't cook it properly, it can upset your tummy. There's nothing weak. Don't worry. We just try things and see how they are. You can only get if you try it and then I'm assuming you talk about planking, right? Um, you just have to keep going. Like you don't have to do it every day. Like the planking's part of my strength training because it's really good for your core. So if you like your abs and stuff. And yeah, I think like I could only do like 5 or 10 seconds, and now with the right form, I'm doing like 20, 30 seconds maybe. Yeah, pak choy and spinach. I do enjoy that. Welcome in, Asher. Good to see you. Yeah, pak choy is good. It's good stuff. Good for like stir fries and things like that. Have you any New Year's resolutions you'd like to share? I don't. No, I don't. I don't do New Year's resolutions, to be honest with you. I understand why people do them, but I feel like if I want to have the resolve to do something, then I'll just do it. I'm not going to wait until the 1st of January. And I think the issue with a lot of people is that they'll go, for example, they'll be like, I'm going to go to the gym, and they'll have a rest day, and their rest day will last until next January the 1st. You just have to keep at things and and not worry about stumbling, because we're all on a journey at the end of the day, and some of us take longer to do things than others. Um, I've lost what 100 kg, and it's taken me a very long time, and I've still got a lot to lose. So you know, everything takes time. You took out beef, pork, and processed meat about 5 years ago. The only thing you missed was Italian sausage, but the Beyond Meat sausage is nice. I've never tried Beyond Meat. I've only tried Quorn. I like Quorn. Most people have stopped their resolutions. Do you know what? There haven't been many New Year's resolutioners at the gym. I've not. I had to show somebody how to work a machine on Friday, but other than that, I've not really seen anyone. It's just like the same people that I see every time I go, basically. Italian sausage is delicious. You know. Yeah, I think that we just need to make sure that we just keep at things rather than waiting for the right time, because the right time is always now, rather than I'll wait till Monday, or I'll wait until the end of the month, or I'll wait until the beginning of the month, things like that. Because I find myself sometimes when I've messed up, I'll be like, oh, I'll start again on Monday. But you have to think that, why am I waiting till Monday? I'm just giving myself more time to mess up again. So consistency is the key. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, we'll not have that. How do you start at the gym? I want to go, but I'm scared I'll make a fool out of myself with the machines. So any gym worth their salt is going to have an induction. I would suggest finding a gym that has somebody to show you the machines, because there are so many people who choose not to do an induction when it's there for you, and they'll be looking at the machines like, trying to whip all the pulleys and stuff. And we all had our day one, and some people's day one is different to other people's day one. Some people can take to things like a duck to water, and some people don't. But I would suggest finding a gym that either has like a free day pass, or has an induction where they show you the kind of machines that you can use. And even like some of the more upscale gyms actually offer you one free personal training session, and you can create a plan with them that involves using the machines. So yeah, we're all there for the same reason. If somebody is doing something that looks a bit weird, like personally, if somebody's doing something that looks a bit weird, I'm like, I wonder what that exercise is doing for them, rather than like thinking they're weird. Yeah, bell pepper. Like the thing is, it's not. We all have our goals to meet, and I don't think anybody at the gym will be judging you, because like people were looking at me at the gym, and then they come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're doing so well," and I was thinking, "Why are they looking at me? Am I doing something wrong?" So it's a nice little community, and yeah, people are definitely helpful as well, I would say. So, like, even if you have to ask somebody else who's at the gym at the time for their help, there's no problem with that. Like, if somebody asks me for help, I'll help them. Like, I get asked to spot people at the gym sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, why not? Makes me feel like a right gym bro. Yeah, Elizabeth, you don't want to be doing that. You've definitely got to make sure you know the equipment before you use it. There are so many people that injure themselves by not using the equipment properly. Yeah, like there's not many there aren't many bad people at the gym, I would say. And if there are, they get swiftly dealt with, you know. It doesn't take Joey Swole to make a video about them to get them sorted out. It can be done there and then, really. Some some gym equipment have QR codes on them as well to make it a little bit easier. So if you are nervous to talk to somebody, you can use your phone to scan the QR code and it will come up with a video. Um, I use the Heavy app, and the Heavy app is like a social media kind of thing for fitness people, and you can actually have a look at other people's workouts and get inspiration from that. So if you find that useful, you can do that. Not one person helped you up. I guess like when it comes to the gym, some people are going to be like a lot of people are going to be too involved in what they're doing themselves. Like somebody waved at me the other day, and I was in the middle of lifting something heavy, and I went to go, and I was only lifting with one arm, so I stopped. I make sure I stop doing things before I actually go. I've been going to the gym since 2012, and I've only had one person be kind of rude, and it was an instructor. Ah, yeah. Some people they may be like instructors, but they don't have the social skills to know to know how to treat people, which is something that they should learn. Really, they were in the zone. Yeah, when somebody's in the zone, they don't notice things. So hopefully, that hasn't given you too much of a PTSD kind of thing. You went to the chiropractor and got popped back into place. There you go. You just went, all done, sorted. But yeah, there's only been one person that's been like rude at the gym, and basically what it was. No worries, Aurora. You take care. There's one person at the gym, and they seem to hog machines whenever they're at them. And that I was wanting to use the machine that she was at, and she was sat there for 15 minutes just on her phone, not doing anything. And I went up to her and said, "Are you finished?" And she's like, "Oh, one more fit to do." And she did that, and then just left. And I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we not do this, please?" Everyone else has either not looked at me, given me a smile, or a rare occasion of chat. Yeah, exactly. Um, I had to like I'm friends with one of the people that works at the gym, so we have a nice long chat when he's working. Um, and there's a few people that I see regularly. I'll be like, "Hello," not lifting weights, of course. Hello, and yeah, it's nice. It makes you feel like you're part of a community. I'll be honest as well. I've not been looking at like Foodie or Amber or Rosie even. I'm kind of just I'm kind of checked out from them, to be honest. There are a couple of male weight loss people that I've been looking at, and yeah, that's that's something I've been thinking. Oh, interesting. Like that guy Tay Sowers that I've talked about before. He gained 14 pounds in 1 week, which is some going. I think it was a week, maybe slightly longer, but free. Welcome in Fresh Flowers. Happy New Year. Is Rosie taking a break though? I've not seen anyone react to her recently. She's done those Christmas videos and she's like, I'm going radio silent on social media, but she'll post Instagram stories every day. So I don't know what radio silence means to her. No, I've heard that Amber Lynn's doing um, the LOLCOW universe now, which is bizarre because I think that's fully scripted, isn't it? And Foodie got banned from Twitch. Oh dear. Yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I kind of flit in and out of the girl world stuff now, which obviously isn't great for the channel, but you know, I can't really. Just how it is, you know. I've got my journey to think about. Do you know what I mean? You watched part of the lolcow thing. It's awful. Yeah, yeah. That stuff's not for me. Not for me. Definitely has points they have to hit. Semi-scripted. It's terrible. Yeah, I can imagine. But it's like just when you think that they can't go any lower than they already have, they go down that little bit lower. They go to the basement, and it's like basement -1, and they always find some way to get lower. You know, always think they'll get serious about their health. I used to think that Rosie would have got serious about her health, but she's just the same as the others. Probably worse actually. You don't like the scripted stuff either. Yeah. Yeah, screw that. There was some brief time where I thought Rosie would be the one to actually have a successful weight loss journey, but it turns out that yeah, it's all just talk really. And you know, I slip up on my weight loss journey, and you know, my BED has been pretty bad the past few months, but I've been honest about it. I think you do have to be honest with your audience when you actually experience those kind of things. And they obviously they just they just don't. You don't think they'll get serious about their health at this point? No, I don't think so either. It's just more about like the here and now money kind of side of it. They're not thinking about like long-term health goals or anything like that. If they were decent at acting, maybe scripted wouldn't be so bad, but they can't act for pew. Yeah. Yeah, you can start over the next day. Exactly. So if you mess up one day, then you know you can even rectify things the same day. If you have a bad breakfast, you can always have a good lunch and a good dinner. You know, it can go from one meal to the next. Looking at some proper walking trousers on Amazon. They're well expensive. Yeah, we'll have to go to that hiking shop and have a look at the trousers there. ALR said that Emily and her are in a situationship. All right. Sounds wonderful. I mean, to be honest, if Amber and Emily are in a relationship, that means that two other people are safe. Welcome in, Kat. Good to see you. Hello, Debbie. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Bloody cold today. It is. It is very cold today here in the UK. It says it's 1 degree, but I think it probably feels a lot colder than that, I would say. Yeah. Zebs wasn't well, unfortunately, Debbie. You bought your partner hiking pants in November, and he's broken the zip for one leg, so now they're shorts. They're not the hiking shorts, good for the summer, but not good for this time of year. It was -3 this morning. Ow. Welcome in, Mr. Motivator. Do I know Porky? I don't know who Porky is, sorry. No worries, Elizabeth. Get a nice breakfast down, yeah? I have no idea, Mr. Motivator, sorry. I talk boxing. Huh? I don't know about boxing, mate, sorry. Thank you, Elizabeth. You take care. Am I not riveted by all the goings on with Miss Chantel? No, Debbie. I'm not interested like in any of them at the minute. You know what I'm like, I go through phases. No, I don't have a boxing channel, no. I wouldn't call a cup of tea cheating. Just another drink, isn't it? That's Mr. Snowflake. Mr. Snowflake's got a boxing channel, has he? I don't have a boxing channel. Unless you're trying to make some kind of joke. Another funny ha ha, clearly. Funny ha ha. Well, I hope you're all doing well today. It's one of those lovely days out. Milk and one sugar. That's all right. To me, tea is like water unless you had milk and or sugar. Yeah, I mean, even still, like if you add like a splash of milk, eh, it's not too bad. I'm personally not a fan of black tea. So you've been over Amber for some time. QLR's boring, but the latest going on with food is interesting. I know her Twitch channel got deleted, and Salar's flirting with people, and Nada's back in the picture. I don't know. It just doesn't. It's just not interesting to me at the moment. Any of it. I'm kind of just. I don't know. Had a welcome in additional jargon. Good to see you. Yeah, it's just not interesting to me. I'm kind of just focusing on like other things. There are a couple of other male weight loss influencers that I've been looking at. So I don't know if I'll be talking about them. And I want to have a look at Journey with Sal again. You like your black tea and recently adding a little bit of almond milk. Yum. I don't think I've tried almond milk. There's a vegan cafe in town, and I only ever have the what's it? The oat milk. I have oat milk. Yeah. Don't listen to who. Yeah, I've got my own life to lead. Exactly. Um, I think it's like with my own with this channel. I kind of go through fits and starts of covering the girls and stuff like that. When there's really I just want to just do my own thing and that's it. And then sometimes I get lost in the numbers, but there are people here who have been with me since my channel started off properly, you know. I'm very grateful for that. So people will come and go, but I have a very good number of regular people that I always want to make sure, stick by. Because that's just how I want it. I just want to have more of a have more fun, you know, and just have a laugh rather than because sometimes, the girls lead a miserable existence, and especially the things with Quirky Love Rosie going on. It's just she's actually like it actually delves into like horror kind of stuff. And I like to keep things light and airy, like a souffle. I appreciate that, Fresh. Yeah, I like to have a bit of a laugh, It's but sometimes sometimes you kind of just have to move on from the content and evolve. I evolve, I don't revolve. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just how it is. I must have my own cycle that some people have caught on to. Like I'll do the girl content, I don't do the girl content. I do the girl content, I don't do the girl content. And shit happens. Gonna go get ready for your walk. No worries, love. Have a good walk. Keep yourself wrapped up. Have a hot drink before you go. Because it is very, very cold out there. I've had the heating on since I got back. Because it's just it gets really cold in here. You're not going outside today? Yes, fair enough. I don't blame you. Like, I want to go outside because I want to get my steps in. Um, but I can understand why people wouldn't. It's like an extremely cold time of year. I took a break from the Girl World stuff for a bit recently and watched a bunch of Mary Beard docs on ancient Rome. Oh, okay. I do like a bit of ancient history, yeah. Ancient Greeks, ancient Rome. Um, I can understand why people would want to take a break because some of the stuff can get quite heavy if you're pardon the pun, if you're pardon the pun. So, yeah, it's understandable to like watch other things, and it's always going to be here. It'll literally be the same thing happening 6 weeks from now. So. But yeah, I thought I would just pop on to see how you all are. It's lovely to see you all, see some regular people in the chat. I appreciate you. Um, I will. I'll have to do a members live soon. So if you're not a member, become a member, and we can watch some funny stuff together. So much happens yet nothing changes. Yeah, exactly. It's just all a load of bollocks, really, isn't it? So thank you all for being here. I'm going to go and run a bath now and have a lovely soak. Lovely. You all take care, and I shall speak to you very soon. All right. Have a good day. Bye. If I can actually log off from this.